Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Roundtable Talk. This is your host, Money. We are here at Hotspots in South Florida. We're back here at CB Smith Park to do our continuing episode of CB Smith Park. We did a round of videos today. Earlier today, we visited TY Park in Hollywood, Florida, and we continued our journey down over here. And in the midst of being over here, we got caught in the rain to where we found another hotspot, which was round one inside of Pembroke Lakes Mall. And as the rain flared up, we ended up here at our original location, CB Smith Park in Pembroke Pines. When this is a continuation of CB Smith Park, we are now crossing the little bridge that goes across the little lake here. And upon here, I was just saying before we continued on that I have not seen the playground. Let me tell you, in the first part of this, we saw that there was a driving range, there was a mini golf area that we might be visiting. If not, there's also a Paradise Cove water park, which we couldn't get much view of because they're doing construction in that area, so it's hard to see. And we've seen a lot of pavilions, and we've seen the corporate pavilion. This is another little nice pavilion here. There's another corporate pavilion right here that's over here. And also there's the playground is way over there on the other side. I can see the playground from here. You probably can't see it, but I can see it. There's a water. There's a vending machine here. I'm going to give me a water from under the vending machine. I do have Gatorade, but this one. Give me a water out of the vending machine. Why not? But yeah. Due to the weather and how the weather has, it rained out a lot of people. When I was at TY Park, there was a bunch of people out there exercising and doing a lot of things out there. And on my way here, it rained real hard. And as you can see, it flooded out most of the areas. That's what made me had to pause on doing this episode. I can't walk this way because there's water all in the grass, and as you see, there's water there. There's water on the grass. I'm trying to I'll just go around. I'm not trying to get wet, but I'll just walk around because water, you don't know how deep the water is when it comes to water being standing in the grass. You don't know how deep the water is. Like, see how deep this is? That's not deep, but it's pretty deep for me. You know, I don't want to be in standing water. There's a volleyball area over there. Now, what I was saying, that rained out most of the people's activities, and like I said, it flooded out a lot to where it put a pause on the location. And with the location, I ended up stumbling over to this location. Let me check the water. I did say I want a bottle of water. I'm gonna see if the machine is on. Sometimes the machines, they don't be on. Oh, this one's actually on. It'll probably cost me like $2.50. Let me see how much this is. Oh, $2. Let's see. Okay, it's only $2. I'm gonna get me a ice cold water. I know most of you probably thinking, why I don't bring my own water? Like, I sometimes do when I go to spots like this. I bring my own water. But at the same time, if I know I'm going to multiple spots, or if I'm going to be hanging out in various locations, like what I like to do, there's two playgrounds. What I like to do is, I'm gonna walk this way. Oh God, I stepped in water. And I'm stepping in water again. Oh God. What I like to do is, basically, I like to put two medium-sized waters that's a little bit bigger than this. and I put them in the freezer, and I freeze them up to where they're frozen. So if I'm going to be out for majority of the day, as I'm out, the water will stay cold to the point where it won't die out. And if it gets hot, the water will still stay cold. I did it maybe one time. And it actually stayed cold. Oh God, this is a mess. Because I'm surrounded by water. And it's actually not a good thing. I don't like to walk through standing water. So yeah, and I like to keep the water actually, frozen until it's time for me to go, and then I take it with me, and then as I'm out, it'll start melting, and then I could be drinking it at cold. So that actually gives me understanding. There's actually two playgrounds. This one is covered with a covered tarp. This one with a covered tarp. This one does not have a tarp, but it has the, metals to cover it up. So I'm going to see how I can get to there. Now, this is a huge park because we only covered in the first part of the park. We're now in the other side of the park, and that's not including the driving range and the mini golf that is over there. We might not be able to get to the mini golf because this, my God. And I like this park because, number one, they have vending machines here. Like if you want to buy a drink or something like that, they have vending machines. T.Y. Park didn't have any. And they also have corporate pavilions here, meaning if you are like a company that's having a company picnic or something like that, they have big area spaces where you can rent out big area spaces for your company, which is one right there. And we're going to, and there's another corporate place right there. There's a lot of them, and then they have several restrooms here. Only thing is that their water fountains doesn't provide cold water, which is probably why they have these vending machines at restrooms. Now this park has more restrooms than any other park I've ever seen. Like the Gwin Cherry Park that I visited in Miami, the only restroom, they have a restroom, but the only restroom you'll probably get is the one that sits inside of the actual, now there's another part of the park that's closed off. I don't know what part of the park that is. We'll probably walk up a little bit. I'm gonna stop over here because I want to take a sip of my water. This is the playground with the tarp over. Now this tarp is not really gonna protect you from the rain because of course it's still, this is just to protect you from the sun. It's not to protect you from the actual rain. Now I'm gonna see what that's all about in a minute, but we're gonna go over here and make a stop and drink my water because now I'm thirsty. By now my Gatorade done probably got room temperature, even though it hasn't been hot, but once you sip any type of liquid out for more than 30 minutes, if it's not frozen, it's going to get room temperature to the point where it's not going to be delicious. It's not going to be interesting. It's not going to be something fascinating. You're going to be like, and you're drinking it just to drink it, but it won't give you the cold sensation that you would as a cold beverage. So we're going to take a brief fast forward so I can stop around and actually get a drink. And see, it actually rained in here too. It rained so bad that the water came inside here. So that tells you that the weather was severe. Now it may not have toppled onto the table, but it got to the point where the rain got inside. And probably because some of the roof is probably leaks. Let me see. These are actually dry, so they're not as bad as you thought it would be. But we're going to take a brief fast forward. Okay, back on the road again. We're back at TY Park. I mean CB Smith Park. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what this area is for. When playground L, restroom L, playground shelter 22, vehicle traffic only, registered camping only, private camping. So that's for the RVs and the camping area of that way. That's for RV camping, and that's the campground area. So that's not I can't go that way because those are people who are camping. Most of the parks in Broward County, you can go camping here in most of the parks because they do have it. Yeah, I see some RVs over there, so that's RV camping. So that's only for vehicles only. So, most of these parks, they are here for camping. And majority of the parks, you can camp with tents and stuff like that. If you've seen my video, we did a while back. We did a video of Oleta River where they have not only campgrounds, they also, they have cabins as well you can rent out. Now I'm just gonna go take a look at what this is over here because it is closed off, and I'm wondering if it was something that was part of the park that's interesting or whatever. So we're just gonna take a little walk over here and see what is this. I don't know what's in the area. Maybe the baseball fields, because I do see baseball lights and stuff like that, so that might be the baseball field. So we're not going to really go into deep and depth into that area because that may be the baseball field, because I do see like the baseball lights, or probably the football field. Well, they're baseball field because I see the baseball lights, so that's probably the baseball field. And they probably only have that open because most baseball fields are only open, when they're actually doing like playing games and stuff like that or whatever. So you don't have like baseball fields you can actually come out here and actually play on the regular. There are a few baseball fields, parks that does have baseball fields like that, but most of them, their baseball fields are locked up. Like Mills Pond, their baseball field is locked up. And you have, I guess that's a baseball field that's locked up to where you won't be able to get to it, and you can only access it if you call to say, hey, I'm here and I'm registered for baseball, so I want to play baseball. I was checking water, y'all. Sorry for that. So there's cars going inside of the camping area. It says vehicles only, so I'm not gonna go back there. It's only for vehicles. And you probably have park officials that's over there that's probably saying, hey, you can't come back here and stuff like that. But if you do have a vehicle and you want to go back there and check it out, you can check it out yourself. Even if I had a vehicle, I want to go back there because it's probably only for the camping officials only. So, I keep running into water that overlaps from the grass to the walking area, and it keeps getting me because it's like I don't like walking in standing water because you don't know how deep the water is, especially when you're walking in water like that in the grass. You don't know how deep that water is, to the point that it can come up all the way and pass the top and come up to the top of your shoe, and then now your whole shoe is wet. Hello. And now we're gonna walk back over here to the main area. We're gonna fast forward because we're gonna show you the the driving range and also the mini golf area. We're gonna go over into that area before we head back out of the park. And ooh, there's a lot of flies. If you've ever been out after it rains and the heat comes out, it's a lot of flies. So that's gonna be a problem. Oh, I've never been across this bridge. We just been to the other bridge. There are a lot of flies out here. So whew, this is a 25-minute path, 25-mile, 0.25 mile of, I guess a 25-mile path or 0.25 mile path. Oh, I guess they saying this path is long. Now, if you, like I said in the first part of it, when we first visited the park, if you come out here and exercise, you probably gonna be out here. Same way with TY. If you come out here at TY, you come out here, this is bigger than TY. So you come out here and exercise or do power walkings. Ooh, this is exercising. This is exercising. So, yeah, we're back over here to the main part. See, there's somebody playing right there. Like I say, these are the regular ones where if you're doing single tennis and you know, you can do it there. And if you're playing against somebody, you do it here. Let's try to make it back over to the main part where we can actually get to the driving range and the mini golf area. This park is actually interesting, and if you ever want to come out here, I recommend checking out all of the Broward parks and seeing what amenities they have. Remember, we did an episode of Trade Winds Park back up, and I believe in Pompano, and they had the steam train rides. By the way, I revisited for my mom's birthday, and it was the light. They sung happy birthday for my mom. This was back in April, and it was actually on her birthday, and they sung happy birthday to her and everything, and she enjoyed the ride. And then we ended up at Festival Flea Market afterwards, you know, grabbed something to eat, you know, went shopping a little bit. It was an enjoyable day, and they do it every third weekend of the month, and I believe this will be the third weekend. I might be going up there this weekend, I'm not for sure. There's two factors that might be playing out. Number one, because of the weather, it might prolong me to actually go. And then number two, depending on what my schedule for anything. So that might push me into saying, okay, I might have to prolong that. Here comes one of the park officials that won't. They're driving a little car. The park ranger has moved this car from the other area to there. So we're coming back towards the front end. So we're gonna go take a walk around near the mini golf and driving range. Now this is not your typical golfing. You know how you have an actual golf course where you hit the ball and it's actually going into, you know, actual hole. This is a driving range where you're hitting the ball and see if you can hit it far as the, if you can hit it all the way to the net and stuff like that. And then they also have mini golf for the family as well. Now I'm guessing their mini golf is just regular mini golf. I know they're not the fancy mini golfing that you see at most theme parks and stuff where they have like the amenities. Like if you seen my video at Rigby's, they had like a windmill themed mini golf section, and they have like a lot of things where, you know, you got to hit the ball and make sure it don't hit the mouth before it closes. You got to hit the ball where when the mouth opens, it goes in the mouth and stuff like that. You know, they probably have stuff like that. So now we're gonna come around. Okay, there's the park ranger. He's probably gonna go around. There's a few people that's coming out here now, so I'm guessing the people feel like because of the rain has flared up and the rain has you know, lifted up, they're probably saying it's much better now to come out to the park and do the things I wanted to do. I wouldn't recommend bringing your kids to the playground, but you could probably exercise in the exercise area or do power walks if you was doing power walks, because there are certain things you can do in the park when it's after it rains. You may not be able to get on any of the slides or go to the playground and play on the playground, but you're able to power walk, or if you want to sit in the park and at a pavilion and read a book or something like that. There are certain things that you can do inside of a park. This is an RV stop right here. Welcome to CB Smith. And these are little nice. These are nice. Thought they were styrofoam, but they're not. Let's go over here. We are exiting the main part of the park, and we are now entering the mini golf and the driving range of the park. Caution, these premises are under 24-hour surveillance. Of course, they have to be, most parks have to be under surveillance, but these are where you can come here. There's a driving range, and there's also mini golf. And here's a batting cage if you want the batting cages as well. We're not going to go in. We're just going to take an overall look of the area, because we did cover the main part of the park. And I said part two, if we get to it, we're just going to cover it, because this is a big park. So if you want to know the prices and everything about it, you can check out the website, CB Smith Park. You can check it out. I'm not here the one to tell you, oh, this costs this much, this costs that much. I don't know the prices of these parks, and how I don't know the prices of the water park or the prices of all of this stuff. I can just automatically tell you that, download the Top Tracer Range app. This is Top Tracer Range. Every detail on every shop. So I'm guessing this is a company that is here. And then there's the batting cages. Looks just like the one that's at Boomers in Boca Raton. Here is the miniature golf, and it's a regular miniature golf, of course. There's nothing fancy about it, just a regular miniature golf with different ranges. And then you have the driving range, which is also in the back there. So yeah, this is I'm guessing this is it. This is it. You want to do mini golf, you want to do a driving range and stuff like that, you can come out here and do that. Here's what an overall day would look like. You come out here, you get a pavilion. You get a pavilion for you and your family to barbecue and to eat and stuff like that. The kids overall go and spend an hour or so in the Paradise Cove water park. They go over there, they have fun at the water park. They have fun, they, play in the water, get down the slides and stuff like that. They have fun. Come back, then the family goes and they have fun at the golfing area. The kids, they play one round of batting cages, and then you have, while the adults are doing the driving range, the kids can do the mini golf, which is basically the kids' version. Well, I like mini golf. I've never did driving ranges, which I will probably do in the future, but I'm quite sure this driving range, what I see with the people out here, you have to bring your own, supplies. They don't provide you with, they probably provide you with the mini golf and the putter at the mini golf, but with the driving range, you probably have to bring your own supplies, or like your own golfing equipment, I should say. See, driving range, golf instruction, pro shop, batting cages, mini golf, all golf. So this is what it is. Oh, excuse me. Oh, and this is it. We have completed our day of fun as hotspots in South Florida. And let me give you an background of it. We first took a walkthrough of TY Park in Hollywood, Florida, that sits off of North Park Road and Sheridan Street. And from there, we commuted over to the Pembroke Pines area, where upon commuting over here, it rained to where we had to put a pause on coming out to CB Smith Park and ventured into a new spot called Round 1 Bowling and Arcade that sits in the Pembroke Lakes Mall at the old Sears location. And then when the rain slowed down and stopped, we continued our destination back over to CB Smith Park and continued our day of fun. And we continued our day of fun at CB Smith Park, where we showed you a lot of the amenities that TY and CB Smith had to offer, and also gave you a bonus at the Round Arcade where it had more amenities. Now, I am going to go back and purchase a card and have me a little fun at Round 1 because I see a bunch of games I want to play. So automatically, I'm going to do there, and then I'm going to hit up the food court. Then from the food court, go to one of my favorite restaurants, which is Bus 23. I mean, not Bus 23. I'm looking at Broward County Transit buses. One of my spots, Cinnabon, and then I'm heading home. I thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this day of fun. I do apologize for the rain wearing it out. We might gonna have to take out that middle part episode I did when I told you about when I got off the bus and I stumbled upon Round 1. We're probably gonna take that out because it was a big episode that I did that said we're gonna have to discontinue our CB Smith Park. So I'm gonna take that one out. It's not gonna be on because I did an episode, a couple of mini episodes saying that because of the rain, we had to postpone our CB Smith episode, CB Smith tour because of the rain. But the rain stopped, and we ended up doing CB Smith. Now, upon here, I do feel a few drops, so I'm guessing that the rain is coming back. So it might be to the point where it might be raining again. But we did our episode. If you want to know more about these locations, you can Google them. Google TY Park and also Google CB Smith Park. You can also Google Round 1 or check out the Pembroke Lakes Mall website. If you have any memories of being at TY Park or CB Smith Park, you can comment at the bottom of this page. You can also email me roundtable00@yahoo.com and give me your fondest memories, or if you have photos of being there, or you ever been there. Remember I said I've only been to TY Park in over 20 years. It's been over 10 plus years since I've been to, it's been over 10 plus years since I've been to TY, and it's been over 20 years since I've been to CB Smith. So, and you know, I don't go to many Broward parks as much because I'm a Miamian, and I don't go to much Miamian parks like that either, but you know, I've been. But I thank you for watching this whole day of fun and activities. My fun and activities is going to begin because I'm going back to Round 1 to play a couple of video games, and I can't do that while recording with y'all here. So if you want to do round one, you come out here and you come to round one and you come have some fun with the activities at round one. But I am going to start my fun by having fun here at round one. You can have your fun out here by coming out here to TY Park, CB Smith Park, or to Pembroke Lakes Mall to check out round one and to go shopping and have fun. This is the Round Table Talk. I am your host, C Money. As always, what I say, stay blessed, stay safe, stay blessed, stay hydrated, and in this case, stay dry. You don't want to get wet. And I will see you in the next episode of the Round Table Talk. Have a blessed day, and I'm tired. And I will see you in the next episode on my way back to Pembroke Lakes Mall to have some fun. Take care.